There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of parents from them. So welcome my life with African.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris who make on you. I can't Sktv menu. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamo. And yes, I know money. And more I yo. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I forget it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life with us, yeah. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
In the Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. Sktv, we are the best in Africa. Sktv, we are the best around the world, folks. What a way to go. The pleasant good evening to all of you, our listeners, our viewers, and those of you who are always supporting us no matter what. You're always here with us. And those of you who also disagree with us respectfully, we also want to say a pleasant good evening and welcome. Today is Thursday. The 2nd of April, for a matter of fact, the 4th month in the year remain the same, 2026. So if you have 12 months in a year and you're already into the 4th month, then that means we'll have probably about 8 more months to go into 2026, and we'll be saying bye-bye after the 8 months into 2026 and welcoming 2027. That means time is not really waiting for us as human. You know, yeah, I like some of the discussion we can do on this show. Sometimes I know some of you sit in your little corner, you enjoy all of the talking, some of the live experience, some of the live touching issues that we talk about. So life, there's no time. And in this life, time, that one thing that no matter how rich, no matter how wealthy you think you are, they can pay for his time. Yeah, my brother, what's up, man? Everything. So you can pay for time. If you owe. In short, what I'm saying. So you can pay for no time. All these people can be talking. You know, there's some of our people who don't believe that in fact that there's God, because they feel that the knowledge of human technology, people using technology, but they still don't believe that there is God. So you see how the whole life look? People don't believe. There are a lot of people. See, I can live without God. I can make life. See, in fact, see how technology working. People can go in space, go to the moon, and all these things. But again, that's the knowledge that's been given to him. So don't have that doubt that there's no God. For some of you who keep saying, oh, there's no God, no, you're getting things wrong. If you are saying there's no God, for me, only two things I'll be asking. Why when we owe or if I when we die, in fact, why no human can give birth or in fact life? No human can give life. Why? The day human beings start to give life, and when you old, you get young, then I know that yes, indeed, that there is no God. Or when they see the water, the food we eat, then I believe that yeah. Well, some of you, you just said that because the little knowledge you have, you see telephone rather, you see the cell phone, you see the technology, you see Misa living for another end to another end, boom, you wake up one morning and say, the people then they say they can be going to church. But I know what the chairman said, today's show will be interesting. 6 minutes past 6, that's the time check. People already no time to waste. I like him for that. It's already in time. So many things happening in Liberia. The most talk about the seasoned economist Samuel Jackson has been taken to the Monrovia Central Prison, or better say the South Beach. Those of you who are there in Central Monrovia, you already seen some of the happening there. But we'll go more deeper into that. But Steve, my brother, good evening, West of everything, good morning. My brother, say good afternoon.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Let's share the show. Your favorite all-time, one-time, no nonsense, keep it real, say as it is, Tussle chairman here today. The chairman don't play games. You already know what time it is. Let's share the show. A lot of things to uncover, unpack today, so we got limited time. We don't want to play around. As you can hear, I haven't been too well, but I still decided to come on the show. Folks, let's share the show. Like I said, I have not been too well, but I still decided to come on the show, still recovering, but all is well. We'll be here to talk a lot of things. We'll talk social, we'll talk politics and everything. Melbourne, most recently, as always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Melbourne, let me just tell you the truth today. You would not know Liberian women fan until you play that song that I told you to play. Man, you want to play that Chop My Money song. You're not playing song, eh? And yeah, you talking about funny thing, eh? You not that 10 who drive in tuxedo and go John Wall fans to go John Wall game to SKD. That one has all be behind here and say, I know that fully men to support fully people. 10:30, I don't support 10:30 anymore, folks. Let me clear the air. 10:30 betray the struggle. 10:30 won't have funny. But for let's share the show, please. A lot of things happening. Let's share the show. Melbourne, from an international standpoint, President Donald Trump spoke last night. You know, let's bring the people up to speed really quick. President Donald Trump spoke last night. I think it was a waste of time, to be very honest. President Donald Trump is a liar. I don't know why in the 21st century, some older people feel the need to be lying. I don't understand. You know, back then when we were growing up, the older people were the people who they get integrity. Older men get lie. Older men tell the truth regardless of what it is, because nobody can beat a bubble. This time, I'm saying we enter 2000, older people they can lie, even by the young people. Donald Trump is a certified liar. He can lie. He's an unserious minded man confessionally. You know, I listened to Monk talking funny thing, and you supporting him too yesterday.
You're not going to the issue. Go to the issue first before you
get international news.
No, but you said no. But you said that the man said something last night. Forget about whosoever, my brother. Then you want to open Pandora box. Don't go that way. Don't go to what the man said.
You can't be supporting lie in public. You don't understand me. You know what I mean? You get issue there. Issue with you. So, folks, let's share the show, man. Let's have a man in Melbourne, man. So, in all honesty, President Donald Trump talking about the war will be over in the next 2 weeks or whatever, and the other leadership in Iran call for peace and for ceasefire. That's not true. Iran not backing down. Iran is not backing down. Don't let nobody fool you. Iran not calling for no goddamn peace. It's a lie. Donald Trump bet on more than he can chew. And the problem in Ghana, he put a phone in your mouth. He thought England, he thought Great Britain, Germany, NATO, and other people are going to support him in his erratic war. They play where he don't make no decision by consulting people because he's not a leader, he's a joker. He thought he could just go to fight. And everybody will fall in line, just follow him. No, the man said, nah, it's not going to happen. You on your own. So you on your own there. It's shit now. So you're looking for a way to get out of the war. His own war that he started, very stupidly, we're all consulting with people. We're all putting, you can say, me and you, we like Melbourne, I'm a ball. Me and Melbourne go out to go hang out. Then Melbourne decide he had that when he go out to go hang out, he will see someone at Zogo and go punch the Zogo, and the Zogo men and all packing order. I will leave Melbourne and they will flock Melbourne. I will put my boys there. In fact, I will carry the Zogo and they will whip Melbourne. Next time we move on, that he will behave himself. He's going to be making move and not telling me what's up. That means he's going to go look at the client in the town or the stupid man. No. So that's what happened to Trump. So right now, you know,
I'm sending you some of the latest.
Wait now, let's see. Oh, you see, I'm not telling you relax.
Okay, go ahead. No, I just want to inform why we do the talking here.
Yeah, we're coming now. We're coming to the
latest news.
We're coming to the later news now. So Donald Trump is a liar. He lied yesterday. He's not a serial man. By the way, today he wake up, he fired Penn Bundy, the Attorney General. Funny pape, he fired Penn Bundy. But guess what? It's free for the Penn Bundy woman herself. She got no integrity. She's not a serious minded woman. She should have never been confirmed as what you call it. Yeah, 40 countries, UK lead 40 coalition countries vow action to Hamas. They're negotiating with the people. They're negotiating with the people because they open the street of Hamas. They're not negotiating with the people. Listen, they're not negotiating with the people because
no, go to that story book. No, listen, we're gonna take our own time. Don't be seen like in fact like we are sad or taking sad.
No, listen now.
Go straight to the issue. I come in. I
don't want to say in fact.
You don't want to go just to easy.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's do the whole entire thing.
Go ahead. Issue.
That entire area, the people who benefit from that area 100% are the people who from Europe, right? According to Donald Trump, America not even benefiting from that entire end, but the entire NATO or maybe group of people, they are the one that benefiting. So if fighting going on, like you said, maybe America started, they are going to fight, they are going to Israel. Well, that's true, and you're right. But if that's the case, now the way now to open that end is not only be based on only Donald Trump or America, but that should also be a collective effort because your life or the way you get your food or the way you get your food from, the border has been closed. So now they're not getting them to realize that no, they think it's getting serious. So what we're going to do now, let's form a coalition now to be able to go out to go and solve the problem. But do you think, let me ask you now this question. Do you think that the entire opening of that place will be there only talking? Is there only talking going to solve that problem?
Yeah, diplomatic conversation can solve that problem.
How?
Well, you see, the truth about it is there's some other ship that have been going through. The Iranians have been able to allow other ship to go through. They have. Anybody who backs Donald Trump and Israel in fighting, the Iranians have swear that the ship will not go through. And it has been happening, they've been blocking them. So you see it. So other places, other countries who you see want to initiate this conversation to open the Strait of Hormuz are nations that have not backed the United States or Israel to stay neutral. They move them more from inside. And they've told Donald Trump, even France, told Donald Trump that they can't use the airway. So the reason they're doing that is diplomatic, it's strategic as well. Because like you said, I agree with you on that one part, that the Strait of Hormuz opening will benefit all nations on planet Earth. Let's be honest, especially in terms of, you know, what it offers. So it's to their advantage. And so that's part of the reasons they're not allowing other people to go. That's why the reasons they don't want to engage into this war. But bottom line here is this. The bottom line here is this. Donald Trump made an erratic decision. The decision was not strategic. It was not well thought of. My man, it's one thing for you to tell the Peking every day, say you will be the Peking, the Peking in front of you and get raise your voice. It's another thing for you to go and post line the Peking here before you go and the Peking raise you. You understand? So you don't, when people respect you, you maintain the respect. You never know.
So when the Peking, so to that quickly 30 seconds. Because we outside, we the one can cause most of the damage and most of the problems.
Okay, go ahead.
From the beginning of the entire war, America's entire thing was regime change. America was not fighting to go and destroy Iran. No.
Which regime change?
Are coming now, are coming. The present regime change, that means about Iran. They were wanted the regime about Iran to be changed. Because
no, that's not
that
true.
regime are coming.
No, let's don't be disingenuous. You want to be deacon, don't be disingenuous to the Christian community.
No, but which one is true now? Because
the reason America decided to go there first was not regime change, was quote unquote to ensure that what the guy name what the country name, Iran does not have nuclear weapon. Because according to them, they gather intelligence that Iran has on uranium that they were building nuclear weapon on. But it also undermines their statement and their point, because just a few months back, Donald Trump told us that they obliterated all of the Iranian nuclear capabilities.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, wait now. You see the problem there. And there's still an issue there. How can you now say Iran is building nuclear weapons? Then they change it again to say regime change. At the end of the day, maybe let's be honest.
Yeah, but I'm coming to that. The reason I'm coming to you.
Listen, Donald Trump and Israel P-Force and it's started
I respectfully disagree with you on that, because there are so many things that they also sell with that. Every time when Donald Trump talk, he will always talk about terrorists. That Iran is in fact is the base for terrorist activities in the Middle East. So they want the regime to be changed, even though I agree that, for example,
no, they started with nuclear weapons.
But when that, Steve, look, America that was superpower. America will follow all of the other activities. Let us remove all the parties, the party sentiments, maybe our own disagreement with him. Now there are so many things happening in Nigeria. There are so many things happening in Uganda. There are so many things happening in Burkina Faso. Now all of us are quiet. We all complaining. They're going, I think April 1 or April. In Nigeria, they killed almost 50 some more persons. But we all quiet. It's okay.
In Nigeria has a government.
I come in. You see, I come in.
In Nigeria has a government.
Yeah, my man. Let not go down. Even when Nigeria has government.
Yeah.
How far is the government? In Liberia, we don't have government yet.
So what do you want for to do?
America is one superpower. So America also have, excuse me to that.
America not police of the world.
Hello, excuse me. Any other political party that win in America, that one thing that I trust America for is not because of Donald Trump. Even if that your own Democrat party that are going to be in power, the same thing going to happen.
No, that's not true.
Also wage war on people.
That is not true.
Is Donald Trump.
No, it's not true.
Okay. Right,
even George Bush, when George Bush wanted to go to Iraq, George Bush made sure he came to Congress. George Bush consulted with the allies and other people. Nobody saying, listen, nobody saying America cannot.
So procedure error are two different things I want to be talking about. A procedure error different from taking law onto itself. That one I will agree with you if you talk about procedure error. That's it.
But procedure errors can lead to counterfeit. That's my point.
But procedure errors America always do this thing, Steve. It's not because Democrat is not in power. Let us stop this kind of behavior. Even when Democrat went to power, they seem to be happy.
My man, I don't get time for Democrat. My conversation is not Democrat. My conversation is follow the law.
No, from the way you say, in fact, how would Donald Trump support her?
But that's true.
The way he said.
It's true. You don't want to call him.
Yes,
you don't. You want to make excuses for him.
No.
He don't follow the laws and the procedures.
No.
Had he followed the laws and the procedure, we probably wouldn't be here.
So now I send you back right to talk West Africa, right Nigeria. Why are you people not solving the problem?
Solving which problem?
They have a total issue that are taking place in Nigeria.
But that should be Nigeria government's problem.
Oh, you see now? No, but Steve, when you call you big brother, do you know what you're talking about?
Okay, so let's say for example, now wait, because you're talking totally different people. Let's say for example, let's agree that you want to go solve the problem in Nigeria. Do you think Donald Trump should get work on one money and go attack anybody that you don't think he's supposed to go through Congress and follow the proper procedure in China? I'm not against people. Listen. Your problem is I am not against people standing up for what is right. You know what I'm against? I'm against people breaking the law in the name of standing up for what is right. You can't break the law.
Which law? This all the presidents that been in America today.
Listen, Donald Trump should have gone to Congress before attacking Iran. Donald Trump should have gone to Congress. Donald Trump should have gone to Congress. Donald Trump should have consulted with his fellow NATO allies. That's what you do. So that everybody can be on board, whether you like the war in Iraq or not. What President George Bush did, what President George Bush showed. He made a case to the American people. Listen.
Answer the last question.
Don't call me up.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, don't come back. I'm so serious. Please don't do that. Don't distract me.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I think George Bush, even though the war in Iraq is criticized, but George Bush was able to follow procedures and precedents to do what is right. That's all I'm saying to you. So I'm not saying Donald Trump will go to war with somebody, but like, at least let him follow the right procedure, which is consult with your allies. He needed to consult with NATO. He needed to let NATO know, because if he needed NATO help, he let them know so that they can be prepared for truth. And that's why the president of France told him that this is not their war. You don't do that. When you in an alliance or in an agreement with other people, you respect them too. You inform them so that they can come through and support you. That's what it is. You don't work out on some money because you slept on the left side. You go and start war here. You slept on the right side. You go and start for the other person, and then everybody should fall in line. Can't fight for you, because what sense does that make? I mean, any sense to you? Anyway, let's welcome Monk. Monk, welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, what up?
Not my man.
When the conversation, enjoy you and Melbourne going back and forth.
Yeah, my man. I did weather in Minnesota first.
Well, it's rainy here. We got drizzles here. Like rain. From almost May something. You know, our weather here is bipolar, so it's not consistent.
Yeah, most definitely.
We have better weather. I woke up this morning, I saw the ground wet, so that's okay. But we take it as Minnesota. This is what we sign off for.
What do you make of the latest Penn Bundy? She been let go. What's going on?
Well, I don't know what's going on with Penn Bundy. Maybe the president and his senior advisor believe that she's not living up to the expectation in terms of expediting cases. So I don't know. They're talking about Lee Zeldin to replace her, but it's not confirmed. That's just speculation for now. Maybe she might be fired. I'm not sure, because of the Epstein release document. She released a 3 million document, but they are saying that most of the documents were redacted, and President Trump signed an executive order to release all the document. Why you want to redact some of the document? It creates suspicion. It almost like you are doing your own thing and not following your boss's command. The man signed the executive order, said release every single thing about Epstein. Why you want to redact? But she's saying it's a procedure from the code setting, or some of the victim needs to be protected. The president like, no, I'm not all for that. If you release it, you just release it. So maybe she might be fired, but I'm not sure. It's not confirmed. It's just speculation.
Well, let me announce on the show today, since me and Monk talk about Trump or the Republican, I may announce on the show, whether they're on the show or in our private conversations. This is the first time publicly I want to applaud Monk. I don't know what Monk ate last night, where he slept, but I think he need to be eating that thing and sleeping there every day.
Wow.
Because Monk has said the truth today. And no, you see, when people do
when it comes to
let me recognize you. You definitely do today. Hey, what's the name? Stay your flower while you're alive, my man. Don't be like Sugar Nova.
Sugar Nova, the woman running things like rubber, man.
But folks, we want to transition to social issue. Monk, I'm messing this Sugar Nova gear or around the place or whatever it is. People joking with it or whatever it is. Some of these things we said it on the show here. What is your take with the move of her giving men 5,000, what are the 5,000? But just that move alone, just the audacity to do the unorthodox things that is not popular from a woman. What say you? What do you think?
Sugar Nova, she will go down in history for changing the dynamics. Because in Africa, we are a traditional society and we believe that the man should be the provider. In most instances, the man should be the one to provide. He should make the woman happy. And Sugar Nova went to Liberia and turned the entire table upside down. She went against the grain, against the culture and the tradition in the right way by appreciating her man. Some people, because she's not good looking. I could care less about that. The fact of the matter that she could take her time to appreciate her man, that's a very good thing. Irrespective of her look, her height, I don't care. And some people, because she got some extra money to spend, she want to buy men. Even if she's buying men, the gesture alone, it says a lot. Maybe some of y'all need to learn from her experience and be or help to a man. I'm not saying you go and finance a man's life, but there are instances where women can take some pressure off of men. Look, men, we suffer a lot. People expect us to provide. We're supposed to work hard. Nobody cares how we feel, whether we are on a stress, whether we are on a duress financially. Nobody cares. The only thing they expect from you, you must be successful. You should take care of a woman. I don't know who came up with that script in history that we've been following for generations to generation. And Sugar Nova went there and changed the social dynamics in the country. That's why she's trending. I seen the shallow round, they all trying to hate on the girl, how she's not pretty, and when she wear makeup. I could care less. For me, I care less about people look. If she got good character, it's up to the man. He could choose to stay with her, or he could be another pimp out there that will come and do the total opposite. But in terms of a gesture and what she did culturally, I would give her all the credit in the world, and maybe other women can take cues from her moving forward. That's all I can say about Sugar Nova right now.
Thank you so much, Monk. Milburn, you as an incoming deacon, what is your view?
Well, yes, indeed. From all of facts, Steve, you are correct. Because there are other ladies too. Let's just talk about some of our beautiful women who also be on the scene. Some of them, they don't want to be seen, even though sometimes because the society tell me when you do this thing for men, and mom will say sometimes the society will say, oh, you are supporting men, oh, you're buying men by right. It's not. I don't even know how can the entire society turn everything upside down. Like if a woman gave men money, that means it's not her duty to give men money. But if you go back to the Bible, the Bible talk about your wife should be a help to you. So the Bible talk about a help. I don't know what some of our people want to even want to say some of these things. Maybe will get sick one day. Maybe may not be able to work, or in fact, maybe may be sacked. So if my helpmate will not be able to even give me water to drink, then what I help me is that. But again, that is society so my brother to me. I really want to applaud her. And I think that most of our sisters who always thinking that everything should be men. You have to wake up. That's why for me, I've been saying this thing. Most of the time when you see most of our sisters are always coming down from the US, they will always take the men from here, because most of our sisters down here also who think that it's all about men supposed to rent room for them, men supposed to buy them supposed to eat, men supposed to send them data, men supposed to send them school. Everything about it is men. Like Mom said, my brother, we're going through a lot. We're going through stress. Some of them will die before our time because of all of this stress. But again, I want to say thank you to her. And today, I think she make it right today. The only thing is that people also were complaining about, I know that our father, the dress code of our father. So sometimes, if you have the money too, yeah, also you should make impact also in the life of your family.
But maybe you're still spoiling now. You know, I will agree with you, but this is why I would disagree with you. Let me tell you something. Whether her father or her uncle, he get a woman in his life. That woman can take care of him. The men that were holding her, that man not get a woman in his life. The men that were holding her hand in her clothes, not get a woman in his life. let me say this. I agree with both Monk and Milborn. You know, sometimes we joke with these things or whatever it is. Many of you women, many of you now, all of you, you are born with this entitlement syndrome where you see men as your slave and your tools. Some of you claim to be independent, but you're still asking men to do things for you. You can't have it both ways. You are either independent or you are not. Let me say again. You are either independent or you are not. And if you are still asking men to help you to do your hair and do your nails, you are not independent. Start writing on Facebook or other places that you're independent woman. You're not independent. You're a parasite. You're a leech. You still depend on men. And some of you got to audacity to even pass around and say men are nothing. You can live with all men, bunch of hypocrites who got barber shops in their homes or the houses. You're a bunch of hypocrites.
This guy.
You got barber shops in your houses. 2, 3 in the morning, program, yeah, all day, you pass out the other person play, you get your machine sound all day. But that's beside the point. The point here is this. Sugar Nova, what she did is a good thing. How many of you women can you imagine on Father's Day and all? On Father's Day, you can ask men to pay your gift. What kind of selfish foolishness is this? When was the last time you sat down and appreciated a man? Just for having a man in your life where your friend is hustling for men every day. Just to have that man present in your life. You know what I mean for men to be in your, you know what I mean for you to get men in your life? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean to get somebody so in your life? Do you know what that means? Some of you take this thing for granted. You know how many women in different countries are paying men to sleep with them or to be with them? Do you know that? Do you know how many? To just have a man in your life alone, in itself, it's an elevation for your life. One of the most important things that can ever happen to you as a woman is for a man to be in your life. Let me tell you today, but you don't recognize that. You're disrespectful, disgruntled, and uncouth, most of you. You feel that entitlement syndrome on your head. You get false hair, false butt, false titty, and are you passing around making demand? You serious man, woman? You supposed to be serious man, woman? You supposed to be a serious man, woman, and get all kind of fake thing on you? You serious man, woman? When we say that you get very, you're going against women, you're going against. No, we're not going against women. Our own life as men matter too. Our own life as men matter. You know, when we're growing up, Monk, I used to hear the foolishness until I got in 8th grade, 9th grade, and I started to read a little further. I used to hear the foolishness about women telling men they should tell them thank you. Oh, you need to tell me thank you because I gave you butcher. That ignorance that they're passing around with, no woman ever to give men butcher or getcha. When you have a butcher or you have a getcha, it's because a man gave you getcha or butcher.
That's what the Bible just says. That's
you know that? All that ignorance, wanting to use it against men, talking about you need to thank me, I gave you getcha. You see what man, woman? I hear some of you said talking about woman, you know, the other time, you know, I don't want to go into some social deep issue here. Women can only have what they call orgasm. No, we'll keep that one for another day. So you can understand that you need to put respect on men's name.
Yeah.
You need to understand that. You know what I mean for you to be man? Soon as you are born like that as a man, you automatically they see you as somebody, you know, you got to be responsible for somebody.
You become yellow machine automatically from your man's stomach.
Yeah. If your family people are relying on you, the person getting relationship are relying on you, your children relying on you, your community relying on you, the expectation is too high for men. So Sugar Nova did the right thing.
But Stevie level something, you know, Sugar Nova didn't only do the right thing. Sugar Nova, like I said, she changed the dynamics from a social and a dating standpoint. But Sugar Nova confirmed one of the theory that I hold when it comes to marriage and family, right? You know, I keep telling folks, when you do a survey, look around your community, look at people who are married. The women who believe that they are not 10 out of 10 when it comes to looks, they improve in other aspects of their life. They are generous, they are respectful, they build character. So I tell people, when you look around, 90% of the women that have been married for years, they are not the prettiest in the world. But why you think men would choose to marry them? Because of their character. Now, the ones who believe that they got great look, that they were endowed with a genetic lottery, because the reason I call looks genetic lottery, nobody picked how they look. That get like they get like when you play a lottery, you know, and you pick the, you take the, when you take the lot, that just how it looks is like. So it gets, so for women, I keep telling them, I say, yeah, your looks might attract men, but it's your character, your behavior that will make a man to stay. Matter of fact, men love good-looking women just for entertainment purposes, not to marry them. You don't notice that? When the guy is very beautiful, no, Nebo, let me lay you. I'm getting somewhere.
Yes, but Mark, there's one of video they feed there too that also training about Andrew Trayson. Talking a new one I will not learn about this guy who also carried 2 women, and I know he was to pay them $4,000 Liberian dollars. In fact, they were complaining that it's not the money. So so many things happening. Women, don't mind the thing out there that you see there, or maybe you see some of your fellow women, they are dressing. No, they are not happy. They cry inside them. The one Steve just said, men are important. Look, number one thing about men is security. When men around you, nobody, any other thing that happens, the first person that they will ask for is your husband. Where is the man, or where is your husband, or where your man? So that way you see most of the churches more that are packed today, they are all women just because they are looking for men. And when you get the man, you take good care of the man. The man birthday, he take care of you. Your birthday, they may take care of you. What kind of life is that?
I was learning before Mabon interrupted. I just want to make that point.
Go ahead, Monk. Please go ahead.
Like I said, I keep telling our sisters around here or on the show, on the platform, or even the entire global audience that listen to Sktv. You might have great look. That just one side of the equation, man. That's only for attraction purposes. The reason that a man will stay with you, there are so many things men look at. Men, I'm a man. We don't think like women. Let me tell you something. That's why I said, when you look at women, 90% of women that are legally married, that been in relationship, that build family, they are not the prettiest in the world. But there were other areas in their life that they work on that men became attracted to them, or men fell in love with them. If you believe that you are still good looking, you know why it causes you to, I mean, if it forces them not to focus on other character or other areas in their life to improve. They believe when you come with great looks, that's it. It's that you strike gold or you won the lottery, but that's a lie. For men love beautiful women just for entertainment purposes only. When it comes to marriage, it's not one of so many boxes that a man is going to count. If you are rude, if you are disrespectful, you don't have character, you are a nice person, no. A man will not get married to you simply because you are a beautiful woman. That's a lie. When it comes to going to club, to having random sex, no, you will be number one on the agenda because you look great. You will attract him. But when it comes, and you know the reason why men always do that? Men believe psychologically that when a woman is too good looking, she attracts a whole host of men, because men will believe in what we see. So he believed that when his wife is too beautiful, she will attract a lot of men, and that's something he doesn't want to deal with. He already going on too many scripts. That's why I say, your look will attract a man, but it will take your character in other areas in your life for him to stay. And that's why she got no proof. She's not the most beautiful, but guess what? Today she was crossing the eye in her late wedding. You can criticize her. At the end of the day, she still got married. Now, you, the most beautiful woman, what can we say about your marriage? Bring the receipt. Let me discuss that. But I'll stop there. I just want to make that point.
Thank you, Milborn, Monk and Milborn. Yeah, thank you. Folks will let me say this. You know, sometimes we bring some of these social issues for us to be as realistic as possible. You know, for those of you who are Christians, this is why when you read the Bible, if your pastor ever told you God may help meet for Adam, that's not true. The actual word is defined as help meet. And there are different ways we can help a man. I agree with Monk that, you know, looking good in the face is not a prerequisite to any kind of long-lasting relationship. No, it's not. And yes, all men like good-looking women. That's just the truth of the matter. That's our nature. The same way how all men have the ability to like more than one woman at the same time. When someone say you'll get vexed. Oh, and my own husband can cheat or can cheat, go sit down somewhere, man. You don't know what you're talking. You're discussing reality, you're discussing emotion and feeling. You ready to see what truth? You ready to see what truth? Go check. Go. Probably the horse get or your husband nagging it. Oh yeah, don't even check. Your pastor that's speaking in tongue or he checking one of the quiet. Forget that story. Leave all that thing there. Leave that thing. Leave it. Forget it. You get a chance with a do also do. What are you talking? What you on? You think I can't sit down and can't mesmerize? You think men are immune? I beg you, yeah. Try you and see what's up. Try it. Your best friend said try, she'll get pregnant quick, real quick. We have that thing, men who don't play games. But at the end of the day, I think this entitlement that men must give money to women and it must be one-sided or whatever it is a problem in itself. I don't think men look forward to women giving them money. I don't think so. But it doesn't hurt. For example, some women, they get to the point where they get even selfish. Even on Mother's Day, they want for you to give them money. On Mother's Day, you know my mom. What the hell am I giving you money for? And this idea that when you have child for a man, you have done the greatest thing in the world, they're not true. They're not true. They're not true. That both of you benefit. This idea that when you sleep with a man, you have done him a favor, they're not true, my friend. You know, one time I was lecturing one of my boys, somebody said to me, oh, any man, one girl came and she said, oh, any man that break my heart, me, I can swear that I can do the one, I can do that one. And unless he not see my nigga, and I say, yeah, the time you was sleeping, how you close onto, you know, already your age. So your nigga that important money, you know, nigga that you really see what man woman. But I'm saying this to say, let's learn to be complimentary. Let's learn to appreciate the men in our lives. Let's learn to elevate them. Let's learn to push them, to bring them up. And some of you women who celebrate and support women that dishonor men and disrespect men, the first thing when I hear women supporting women who say men are nothing, Liberian men are dogs, the other one are dog, the other one are dog. And you get pa, and you get boy children, and you get nephews. So that means your pa a dog too. That means your husband that you get in the house is a dog. Because if you support another woman for calling a Liberian man a dog, then that means your husband a dog, your boyfriend a dog. That means your child is a dog too. Oh, you don't see it that way, huh? When they're calling another Liberian man dog, you're sitting there, you're celebrating, you're okay with it. And you guys elevate those people. You elevate them. Well, guess who you're calling dog? You're calling your pa, your significant other in your life, your child, any man in your family, your uncle, you're calling him dog too. Yeah, it is what it is. And I said what I said. And I stand by what I said because these are the facts. It's about time that we come to our senses and respect men as well. The most important thing that will ever happen in your life as a woman in your existence is to have a man in your life. I'm telling you today, whether that's your son, like your pa, like your brother, like whoever it is, because any society that wants to be destroyed for the first person to take away from your life is a man in your life. Go ask the African Americans. Go ask them. Have you read the African American stories? Do you know what they used to do to the African American? Do you see? I'm not here to discriminate. Do you see why most of our African American sisters are so angry? They're so bitter. You know what happened? They used to put the men in front of them. Can you imagine? Put another man in front of them. Their husband, another man will rip their husband in front of them. You know what that means psychologically? And you're passing around here. You get men in your life, you call him dog because he leave you, or because you bring men from Liberia to America, you make it look like your personal slave. He needs to fall in line. Anything you say, and you are on coof. Some of you, I don't even want to go somewhere with this thing here because some of you got mental problem. You not even like your own self. So even if you have a good person in your life, you will drag that person away from your behavior. Your disrespect men all on this internet. And some of you, I will say most of you Liberian women are very disrespectful because the people who disrespect these men, your parents around you getting money and you support them. So by extension, you're disrespecting men too. So when they start calling our brothers then dog or whatever, they guess what? You're calling your pa dog. You're calling your husband dog. Your boyfriend, I think you call him dog. They're not Liberian men, you call him dog. We will stand up for our brother then. I'm not saying we are perfect. I'm not saying we can't do things that will hurt women. but let's handle it in a way that will be respectable and honor each other. What time you not see men come on Facebook when they start cursing the women and telling the women they're apart from some of you women who are uncooked that you just support Prophet Key, why he costs another woman and get him money? What time you not really see LeBron men come on Facebook, he and a woman being in a relationship, and because they separated, then that man can't start discussing the woman. Also, some of you can even go as far discussing the man's genital in public. You think if a man started to discuss your genital too, that will be fair? It will be a fair game. And some of you support this foolishness when we're talking your kind of intellectualize let me tell you something going forward. Any woman at who will appreciate that woman elevate her. You are funny, will call you out. Let me tell you, Sugar Nova is the real MVP. Sugar Nova did what is right. You're laughing, you're joking with it. Sugar Nova for all of your faces. You're shit.
Don't mind them. They will let get money for them, Steve. Steve, they will let get money for the women. They may tell you, unless maybe when you credit from them. And that's bad. Let me
Sugar Nova are big girl.
Most of our women, they feel that in fact, we men will not need happiness.
No, whip out. Let me tell you something. And then why men die early?
I tell
They
you.
stress, man. They stress. They stress to the point that someone
they want data, they want death.
To the point that I saw some of video in a few days. I saw some of video yesterday. 2 Liberian girls sitting. These are younger girls. Maybe we'll play that video when I see it. I'll stay on the show. We can play on the show. Talking about the men should pay them for having sex with them. Prostitution legalized in Liberia. But anyway,
let's talk about that too long. No, that's a crime though.
No, we're saying our brother there. If you're kind of cause our brother there, like your brother there, like your partner, like your uncle there, like your family people, your husband, and you're talking to too. Because if you say all Liberian men are dogs and they're useless, where you talking to your partner?
Steve, let me just come in. I think we'll just end this hour on this segment, then we'll come back with transition after a break. Because you said something very important, going back to slavery, even in the modern time. Maybe when you read the crime and statistic or the numbers in America here, that Steve that brought this point is very important. You know, the whole idea, you don't need expectation when it comes to men in terms of taking care of the family. Men born with that fundamental belief that he's a provider. We our society telling him that's something they are born with naturally. Why make you think a man will look at his lives and give it to a female? Why do you think men share the most? Because from the day of men were born, he was told that he's a provider. It's already built in his psyche. He will do everything to succeed. He will put himself. Why do you think men will go and do risky job? Have you seen a woman in a man before? Money on the ground? Why do you think men will do that? Because a man believe that no matter what, he must be the one to provide because society look up to him. So if you the woman putting your man on an extra stress than me, you're not a good woman. Because naturally, you already know what he's supposed to do. So why put him on an extreme stress? Yes. And yet the thing, this modern generation believe that you want to equip men with what he can provide in terms of money, right? And that's not true. Men come with protection. He come with security. He come with leadership. He comes with purposeful living to direct the family. So just because your man is not financially buoyant, it does not mean that he's not a man. That's a lie. That's how you were brainwashed into believing that because a man got some financial difficulty, then you take his manhood from him. You want to denigrate him. You want to disrespect him. And that's a lie. That's not the truth. Matter of fact, before another man make an approach or pass to a woman, he want to make sure that woman got another man in his life. Men will always do that because whenever you are single, men see you as being useless. That the first thing that comes to his mind, he think you are vulnerable and he want to prey on you because nobody in your life. Maybe do a social experiment. Take a bunch of girls to walk by themselves on the street and take another woman, let her be holding hand in hand with another man just walking the street. Even if that's not a husband, men will shy away from that woman because another man, that person is there. Even when a man, let me land because I know you happen now. I give you some. your man jumping here, Steve. I mean, Melbourne, let me tell you, even when there are other rude men in society that they respect women, the moment a man sees another man beyond a woman, he will give that woman extra kind of respect just because there is a man in his life. And most of them don't understand these little things. It's not only about money, it's all about the security, it's all about the perception, it's about your own respect. Nobody respects a single woman, no matter how pretty you are. That's a lie. The moment you are out there, you are vulnerable. And like I said, what Steve said, when you look at the prison population in America, African American make up 12%. Latino are more in America than Black American. Latino make up 17 to 18% of the overall population. But when you go to the person compound, maybe 38% of the image are black. And you know the number one factor that led to that? The absent father in the home, single motherhood. When that is not in the home, my brother, you got a long way to go. It's a psychological trauma that will take you generations to solve. The moment a man is not in a child's life, that's a whole different ballgame. And there is a statistical findings to prove that children that grew up in home in the absence of the dad, they are 75 times more likely to end up worse off in life without the dad. So it tells you the kind of a leverage and the kind of a power men carry in this world, irrespective of their financial standing. So if you're a female listening to SKTV today or Truth FM, just know that men is not only about money. They come with lots of perks for women, including your own respect in society. But I'll stop there.
Monk, let me take this a little further, from a psychological standpoint. Sometimes some things I don't like to say on here because no disrespect to our people. This is what some of us do for a living. And I think knowledge is not free. But at the same time, people got to be able to be willing to be interested in learning. I say this to say that some of you who are complaining that your man is a 1 minute man, I can tell you without being in your homes that there are certain things when you do, you will not be a 1 minute man again. Let me tell you one of the things that you do. Lessen the stress. Lessen the stress. You know that too much mumbling in the house, that too much noise? It's a stressful event that psychologically has an impact on a man's mind and his ability to remain focused. Because sexual activity has to do with focus as well, your mind, your brain. Let me tell you today, most of the sexual activity that in your head, these are part of the thing that's scared, that they hate. So when a person is stressed, they have the ability to ejaculate early. Yes, it's very bad. Another thing that you need to start doing, start putting plenty of sugar in the man tea, begin the man too much sweet, all the sweet in it. Now, I'm saying this to say, some of you, the stress that you can put on the man, not that he doesn't care about you, but he has to leave. All men like peace. I will tell you today. Even if you not get food to get that man, when that man got peace, that man will stay. He will be around. One of the sayings I've heard in Labrador is common, and I believe it today, that only stupid women can keep men. All the smart women, they go check them today. They got different material on their back. Oh, I'm telling you, all the smart women, they can cheat men, get a t-shirt. And you think when you get different men in your life, you really think men will take you. You think when you get different men like not sleep with. Yes, you are man and man. So you know that you not knock a couple of people and bring you around and keep you out of the woman. You gotta see about you. Are you ready?
Chairman, let me just say this also, also in passing to what in fact you just said, to that, my dear brother, let's look at the statistics the more we're talking about. Let's see how men, even that lady will be poor. In fact, she will be so that not even educated. But that man will take that lady in and transform her life or make her life better. To tell you how important men are. Check all of the educated women today around here today, Steve. Check all the lawyers. Check them today. Where are they? Where are they? People, you go to school. So you want to tell me through of your entire schooling, you didn't see any classmate that you like. Until you got the inner cinco. So, for me, I just noticed that the war is maybe they just check everything around against men. Maybe that's why the women, even when they're educated more, 100% educated, the only thing that women want is to be independent. As soon as they start making money,
which one is independent? Which one is independent?
You can pay their own bills.
When they go to school, when they feel that part of they're working, they
wait, Melbourne. You see, that's why we got a whole team mess up. When you can pay your own bill, you are not independent, you're responsible.
Yep, you stay
That's it.
responsible. You're not independent.
You see that way we get it messed up. Independence is, listen, independence is different from being responsible.
Yep.
I told a young lady a few days. I said, if I start being with any woman and you start asking me to pay your bill, help you with your rent or whatever, I will leave you. Oh, you cheap. You cheap. I said it's a sign to me that you're not responsible. Because before you met me, how you are paying your rent? How you are paying your phone bill? How you are doing your hair? How you switch your responsibility to me? How you should sustain yourself before you met me? How? I think you're trying to be cheap. I said, no, I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm trying to be realistic because you don't understand what being responsible and independence mean. You don't understand it. For you to take your own responsibility and make you independent. See, you know the difference about you talking that thing, what you talking. My dear, you are responsible when you pay your own bill. You are irresponsible when you're waiting for somebody to pay your bill. Simple. If you don't go do your own hair, and you don't go pay for it, that's your responsibility. Why you gotta be someone? You see it? That relationship the man come from. The man not gonna be paying your bill. You're not gonna be doing your hair. How you doing your hair before?
Mm-hmm.
When you tell them, say, oh, I keep the natural hair, and say, well, you cheap. And I do my hair for you. I told you to go do hair. That means tell you to go take yellow, red, and funny hair and tie your hair to look like a special woman. That means, I don't understand. Won't say anything you get there. But with my tussle. When you put all the color hair in your hair, I can identify you suffer from identity theft. And you get there with me because I call you out on it. So learn how to be responsible, my sister. Just be responsible. And you know what? One of the qualities men like in women are responsible women. Let me tell you today. Some of you don't know. Men like women, responsible women who can take care of business. Anyway.
But maybe one brought a point out about the whole thing about education. You know, that's why I keep telling people the whole thing about education. We've been fooled, we've been bamboozled about education because you can learn so many ways. When you go to college or university, they call it formal education. That's just all it is. You are being trained to execute a particular job. That's what they call it, the discipline. You went to school to become an accountant just to get a job. Now, if you go to school, the reason you went to school just to increase your earning potential. That's the whole idea about being a professional person, whether you are a doctor or a lawyer. It increases your chances of making more money and making your life better. But the vast majority, especially with the modern or I call it the feminizing movement, the independent women movement, now they think that when you go to school, it means that you should challenge your man based on your income. So they misinterpret or how they can call it, a submission to subjugation. They believe that, oh, I went to college, I got on a piece of paper, they gave me the call degree, I got a job. So I'm going to challenge every protocol and every standard in the house. And that's where the problem can come from. That's how they end up being single, because two captains cannot run a ship. The man is an alpha male. He was born with the mindset that he's the head of the home. The moment a woman go against, let me tell you something about men, though. We men, we think differently than women, like I always say. Irrespective of how much your men make, the moment a man feel that the woman want to pull out the drawers in the house, that's the end of that relationship. Whether he broke, he got money, he even got to experience it. The moment he senses that a female is trying to become a male in the home, that's the day the relationship dies. So most of the time when our women go to school, they get some degree, they think that they got a little job. That's why they end up being single, because they misinterpret. Submission is not the same as subjugation. Submission means you know your role. You are second in command. The man is the head of the home. But they think it's subjugation, that you want to make them slave. They want free will. They want to be loose in the name of having free will and independent. And that's where the problem will come from. So most of them end up being single. The belly getting, I didn't want to get married because the belly get to that. I got to play my role as a
But more, guess what? You know the funny thing about it? That's why I say, in my lifetime, one of the group of women I see that honor my women interest the most are Liberian women. Let me tell you why. You will hear that woman who got a man to the heart that she's submissive to. We can't in public and say, me, I don't take no nonsense from men. And no other want to be bouncing around. They don't want to show the I think. Why that woman, when she go home, she can go. She can do her womanly duty. Don't listen to that. I don't take no nonsense from men. She been having a relationship for Saint Chalekinta. How she managed to keep that relationship?
She been having men for 20 years.
Yeah, the same man. She been having that same man for 20, 30 years. You think she keep it? She's almost she's fooling you because she won't laugh at
Maybe
you.
you guys, man, the story, in fact, the entire conversation too interesting, and I don't want you to go off. Maybe our viewers they're enjoying it. So, Steve, you can continue. But,
Yeah, we'll come back from the.
Yeah, we'll be here to discuss it.
Yeah, let's hold it long until Melbourne comes back. Yeah, Melbourne like the topic because you know Melbourne la family man. He won't mess around.
Somebody said, you know, this is a good question, Evelyn Hill, Evangeline Hill. The question you asked is a good question. What will a male friend help me with if I don't ask for help? How will a man know you need assistance? Well, it's a good thing if you choose to ask for help. It's one thing if you ask for help. It's another thing if you make it look like it's a requirement or responsibility. It's another thing if you transform the help or transfer the help from help to making it look like now it got to be something that the person got to do. See, this is the problem. So you're moving from one stage. You started like with help. Some of you started like you want borrow. You started like help or borrow. Later on, you migrated that it should be his responsibility. This is where the problem is. But on the flip side of this, sits Evangeline Hill. My question to you is, if that man were asking you for help every day, you would get to do?
Not really.
No, let me talk so now. And we're talking. So let's balance the conversation tonight. When the man, if you ask the man for help that week, next week the man asks you for help, you again here too. In a relationship,
but Steve, you need to ask Evangeline Hill. What kind of man friend she talking about? She's talking about just a regular casual friend or relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend?
Man, leave that thing, man. The thing, leave that thing. When you there, like, bro, me then most of the time talking to that person, that my friend,
Yeah, that ain't ready. Eh?
Leave that thing. Now, me, I don't on that thing with them. Oh, that my friend. I ain't got no time for that foolishness. We ain't got no time for that. So I read, like, bro, me talking about, oh, that my friend. I said, please clarify to me. I need to know. Because back in the day, I'll put in, no one said that my boyfriend or that somebody I'm messing around with, they want to use the word friend. I ain't got no time for that friend thing. It's very confusing because I don't sleep with my friends. If I take the person as my friend, we don't cross that line. It is what it is. I grew up in a total different society where I grew up around the French people. I know that French men tell you that my friend are a friend. You're not crossing lines. French people don't cross line with friend. They don't do all of that. You all grew up in funny society that where you can call people who you sleep with friend. You don't know how to differentiate. You don't know the difference. I don't do that. I don't cross that line. If you are my friend, you are in the friend category. You will stay there until God comes. And I'm on that thing with you. We're not on friend. So says Evangeline, please let us know if that friend, we're gonna friend yet. Well, if I have a security reason, we want to know what's up. Yeah, we want to know what's going on. But anyway, folks, you know, we're not trying to bash women or come after women or anything like that. To be honest, we're not. We're trying to bring consciousness to the society. We're trying to have some of these uncomfortable conversations that we keep in our throats, that we talk behind the house. We're trying to enlighten, to say this is okay, it's acceptable, it's normal. There's nothing wrong with a woman giving men money. It doesn't mean the men are pimp. Oh, so you the man can give money to your pimp too? You understand? And most men, I'll tell you the truth, most men, when you offer your money, that man can't want to go, not even take it. But just the thought. Sometimes it is the thought that matters.
Yep.
It is the thought that matters. Yeah, that's the most important thing here, the thought. Some of you make it low that it make trouble. How can you be with somebody today? Just know the person today. Tomorrow you're testing them to pay your phone bill. Like, what is the hell? Breathe, my sister. Relax. Show that you are responsible at least. You were just seeing somebody today. You would dance to Calabash or you would dance to some kind of party. The next thing you texting that person to please help you with your phone bill. Like, what wrong with you? You get sweat, you got baking sweat behind you? Or your last name Baker. You get baking? Rest your body, my sister. Relax. How am I sending full money to go for your horse? Like, what wrong with you? What the hell? And the horse that they come and call for you. You probably got 7 or 8 grown people in there, plus the children too. You see what I'm saying? So let's get serious, man. And, you know, let's get serious. No, well, I mean, Josie, we got a lot of topics to talk about today. We'll get into the politics, but you know, I would talk the politics, the Liberian politics. We talk it. And what people just want to pass around with sentimental things. So sometimes we have to bring some realistic social conversations, so that we can create some enlightenment to the society. But we'll definitely talk about the politics. We talk about the politics every day. The problem with our people, you talk about the politics every day, they don't do nothing with the information again.
And so what in the end, no different.
Okay? Every day, when they move from agenda, so you leave on Sktv, they will go to Spoon. From Spoon, closing argument. Just going around gathering.
Get to talking, no action.
And so sometimes it gets like, okay, what kind of society we're in? We just get information. Normally, in a serious-minded society, you get information, you act on it. People come together and say, okay, you know what? And then what happened? Nothing. So today we'll talk about a lot of things. And Monk, switching to the politics. The thing we've been talking about on the show, saying that they don't hint at CDC. Let me say this to CDC. I'll say on the radio. Whether you think Monk likes you or I like CDC, whether you think I hate Joia or Monk hates Joia or Seku or Melbourne or SKTV don't like the CDC and we don't like Joia, we don't like this other person, we don't like that. I want your business. It's a you problem. It's not our problem. Our problem is we'll always be truthful. And here is the truth. Unity Party will rather war, confusion, disturbance in the country than to turn power over to George Weah. You're going to mark it down today. Unity Party will not turn power over to George Weah. It will not happen. Not in a lifetime. Maybe when we come out or die. And God create new Labrador. And other all come back. And other all come from Labrador. Because me, I've been telling God, any attempt when I die to bring me back to that country, Labrador, in heaven will bring noise. I don't want to come out to that country. I don't want to be born as a Liberian again. The country is useless. The leaders are useless. It's a big mouth country with nothing to show for. So I don't want to be part of that. I want to be somewhere where people can progress, where people can say the true people are ready to do what is right. I don't want to come as Liberian again in my next life. I don't want to be Liberian in my next life. No. I don't want to be Liberian in my next life. And I mean it with my heart. I don't want to be Liberian in my next life because we got nothing to show for. We're now a serious-minded group of people on the planet Earth. We celebrate, support, elevate bad people, bad character, criminals, rogues, thieves, and a serious group of people. We have never chosen the best amongst us to elevate. So I don't want to be part of that kind of foolish group of people or come by and say, hey, born as Liberian. That one, it would not be small noise in heaven. What? It will not be small yo-yo. And I'm coming back to Liberia. When I'm coming back on earth, I don't want to be Liberian again. When I'm coming back on earth, I don't want to be Liberian. No, I don't. CDC. Y'all say what I want to say. Y'all may yourself feel fun. You ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. We're talking there, you're joking. We're talking. Let me tell you something. We don't want know what is going on. We can tell you. Another news for you, other news. We'll be on the record again. We'll say on the radio will come out. I'll say the other news on the record will come out. All of you oppositions, including ANC people, who think Stanton Waterspoon is for your all, is with your all is a neutral person. Yes. You guys are not only repeating your same mistakes, you get a hate problem. All the opposition people who wasting their time promoting Stanton and a platform and being there, and everything going there and supporting him. You are wasting your time. Stanton is rolling with Jeremiah Kuhn in the Unity Party. Stanton will support Jeremiah Kuhn in the Unity Party. All of your opposition people, ACR Stanton and Mayfu out of you, Joe, we had and allow me to down. You watch. You'll be rushing there, yeah? You know, Monk, there's some deep things that are happening. There's some conversations that are happening that are very, 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 very deep. That country called Liberia is small, but our people can do some big things behind closed door. The leaders that we have, the people that we call leaders, when you're sleeping in the night, they're making decisions to keep you in slavery, in poverty. I will say again on this platform, anywhere I go, all of us who are the country people children, all of us who are country people children, we need to apologize to the Congo people. All of us, the country people, we fail Liberia. We are the most useless group of people, the country people I've ever seen in my lifetime. We don't love our own country people. We got a country now. On a country man. We got a country now. We've been having a country on a country man. You know, the other time me and Melbourne were talking on the show, and I told Ellen Johnson Sally was now a Congo woman in $1 million. People have been leading the country. See the kind of disaster. See how we've gone behind for years. See how we have gone backwards. That country people leading the country. That country people leading the country. See how we are treating our own people instead of preparing our children for the future. See how we are starving, depriving our children from education. But we got our children in America. They learn somewhere in Minnesota there. Ain't married well, woman. I ain't see her in that country. Normally, daughter, you don't see normally there. You don't see it? I'll be joking. Y'all be joking in that country. Y'all be joking in that country. When we can tell you what's up, and you'll cost us and you'll fight us. When we try to tell you what is truthful and what is realistic, you're different. You get speaker and let them go into the border carrying 200,000. You know how much is 200,000? You know how much dollar can come from you 200,000? Do you know? Do you know? You know what you can do? In terms of what about someone that zing around school said you open, you know what 200,000 can do? You know what carpet box it can buy? You know what book bag, you know how many pens or 200,000 you buy? Even if you were to send it to America and say, I want you to buy 200,000 when school battle open, because they can have that sale to Walmart, to the other different stores where you can go, you know, they sell a whole pack of pencils for $1, $1.50, $2. You know how much things, educational materials it can buy to help our children. And no, guys just took it and went to the border, spend less than a day or a few hours there, send the more we are together, make fun out of you, and come back. I'm starting to believe. And when according to the story, I don't know how true they want to cut dough. Apparently, he had a Liberian flag in a bottle, whatever. They don't want to hear story. I don't worry, but I won't. I'm starting to believe maybe they got something. They bewitch the country, or they bewitch the citizens because the way you behave, the way you're thinking in our country, it is backward. It is backwards. It is backwards. Oh, say people get there or whatever it is. Someone will continue to say, when I'm coming back on earth, I don't want, that's one of my prayers, God to send me back ever to Liberia. Ever. I would prefer to come from Aricos or Guinea. At least they're productive. Even Sierra Leone, they're productive. We are retrogressive. We hate each other. We are hateful. Every time I think about our behavior and our conduct, we are hypocritical. We don't like good people. We don't like good things. Every time I think about the conduct of Liberians, especially in the so-called politics and the church and the so-called, what the other one is, society, spiritual, or what kind of cultural people, we are all around hypocrites. All around hypocrites. All around. When I think about the statement that Tober's daughter made when she testified to TRC in Minnesota there, look, Josh Boley benefited from scholarship from Talbot. Josh Boley. All the boys that you see, even the Samuel Jackson that I'm talking about, that rebel there, because all of them were part of Joseph Boaka. He and Joseph Boaka are part of the rebel group when Doden took over. Doden took over, Samuel Jackson were there. When Jordan took over, Samuel Jackson was there. You think that Samuel Jackson for them going to jail? Don't be surprised. When they carry Samuel Jackson to court, his case will be linking until they let him go. Don't be surprised. They're going to come and carry a serious case to the court before they put guilty. You not see it? You not see it? The case for fanatic over them, why them up to them? Then what about them? How they put here, man? You not see it, man? I see you passing around your emotional stuff, talking about the child Samuel Jackson that the news that's all be running around with. That the news that's all be running around with. They're not going nowhere. They don't waste your time. Samuel Jackson and all of them part of the post society. They know what they're doing, my sister and my brother. They want to distract you from what's going on in Guinea to the border. They want to distract you for distraction. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. We got important things to talk about. That border thing I'm joking with. We got important. Joseph Boakai knows what's going on to the border. Joseph Boakai knows what's going on to the border. You ask Joseph Boakai to tell you. You ask Joseph Boakai, let me tell the Liberian people. And they're using distractionary method. One meaning they're running behind Yege, another meaning that Samuel Jackson thing your thing and your point you're running around with you. You think that Samuel Jackson for them going to jail? I need that story, man. I need that story. I need that story. I need that story. That scam. They see the Liberian people as jokes. The government don't tell you serious. The government know that most of you are not serious minded people. First of all, you don't even have an attention span. You are, in other words, let me make it simple.
Yeah. You can focus for a long time.
You can focus for a long time.
Yeah.
Your focus
means a long time. Just for the average time, you can't keep your focus.
Your focus means focus.
Yeah.
You can focus and you don't keep our serious thing. You think the government know that bunch of stupid people they're dealing with? You think the government know? The men will be laughing at you when they go to the meeting. They can say the one will just made enough for the next few days. Either they will need to go or they will just die down.
Yeah,
So yeah,
natural death. Everything is natural death.
Melbourne, welcome back. I don't know if the people are hearing on the radio. We got a few things I got to repeat quick. Melbourne, you there?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We just joined, so go ahead. Thank you.
Let me repeat it. And I wanted Liberian people to keep it on the record. Let me repeat what I said quickly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Let me, Abraham, how to put you on mute because the feedback from you. When you're ready to speak, then we'll unmute you, please. But welcome to the show, Abraham. Let's welcome Abraham first. Abraham, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Yes.
The social judgment is on whenever he's on. The whole social work can be very, very hard. So
yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard right now. The government. All of them groups on the TV, they're watching. They're watching.
Yeah, thanks for the show, man. And let me say Mong Hai and maybe yeah, thanks, man. Fascinating topic. It's always good to kind of soften the water like that sometimes. I know it's a hard thing that you guys can be speaking about socially sometimes, but it's of course informative and very educated, and sometimes people need to take it in stride and understand that it's just to help our social well-being too. That's why you guys speak about it, but it's great to be here, and I'm willing to engage anyway. So great to be here, guys.
Yeah, Abraham, let me make a quick disclaimer. Last time I wanted to do it, but we're in the middle of the conversation.
Right.
Folks, when my mom passed away, is when I got to realize that. Abraham, I'll put you on mute until you're ready to speak, please.
Yeah, yes.
Is when I realized that I have connections, relationships, and family ties with Abraham. I didn't know all these years. He was even at the house when we were having the planning for my mom's funeral. And it was shocking when the connections was made and he called me from Liberia. And he started to tell me some things. You know how when some people who know you, when you don't even know yourself, start to hit you on something, you can be like, wow. Like I told Melbourne before, my money, I was in the traffic. Melbourne was selling the funny looking candy there. He still got my cheese there today. When I brought it to attention, he jacked. Yeah, so Melbourne, when I come abroad, I need my change. I'm not forgetting it, and I don't even know God. So Abraham is family. You know, I just want to make that disclaimer. I will never put a note. That does not mean we talk about Liberian politics behind closed doors before we come here. No. No, we don't. And so I just want to make sure that it's clear.
Thanks for that disclaimer, Steve. Yeah, guys, Steve is so right. I know, unfortunately, I didn't expect you're going to bring it out here, but this is a man. He's a nephew. This man, his mother, his uncle, especially his mother, older brother. That man and myself literally grew up together. We played together back in the 70s all the way. So I was shocked when I went in Liberia and I had to go for his mom's funeral meeting, in fact. And I'm sitting there and one of my nephews there telling me, he said, but you know, I Steve Bullet that on our show, SK show, you know who's that? I said, no, man. I said, Apollo Sansela. I said, I met that all of this. So I said, stop it. I mean, I was stunned and complete disbelief. I said, oh my God, this man is my own here, so I didn't believe it. You know, immediately, like he stayed, I called him from way in Kakada. I was in Kakada in Liberia when I called Steve. He was shocked, and we talked about it. Besides, his grandmother, sister was married to my dad. That's the relationship we got here. And that grandmother was always, we were family. We lived together. His water separated all at the time. Somebody that still obviously he was so young at that time. But I told him about how his uncle all passed. He was stunned. He couldn't believe it. That's how much we were close. We live as family. So it was good that he brought that up. So I just wanted to throw that out. But Steve, indeed, you are right. We gotta live. This is a global village. Sometimes you gotta treat people civilly because you don't know what connection you guys have along the road, you know. So it's great to clarify that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, folks. Like I said, one of my prayer to God is when I die, I don't want to come back to Liberia as a Liberian. I've been praying to God for that, and if God tries it to bring me back to Liberia in my next life, we'll have problem in heaven. I'm very serious about it because the country, the leaders have let us down. It is disappointing. Another thing I said when you guys were not on was, we the country people, we need to muster the courage and find time to apologize to the Congo people. We wronged them. We killed them for nothing. We're doing worse than what we killed them for. And until we can come to that realization, we are going nowhere. We use these flimsy excuses and mask what we did for our own fellow Liberians. I'm not saying the Congo people treated Liberian well. But if we kill the Congo people, we move them from power so that we can come to power to do worse than they did, then we are useless. Country people are the one having their children not have school. How come we're supposed to be preparing our children for the future? How come if we let ourselves, I thought that we would be investing all the money in that we steal. We steal from our own people and ourselves to come build houses in America and other places. You not see normally in America? You not see it? You not see Delon, son? We need to apologize to the Congo people. I will continue to say this. We need to ask God to forgive us, and we need to apologize openly to the Congo people for what we did. We destroy ourselves. And till today, we are still undermining ourselves every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. We take one countryman, we point that we think we can do something. He turned to a professional rogue. Dishonor the laws. Disrespect the laws. Joseph Boga disrespectful to the law. John we are disrespectful to the law. You bring the other person, though they all of them were misbehaving. Though was misbehaving. Soon as he took power, he start going after what we're saying, start going after the other person, start going after the other person. When you say it, then we get vexed in our hypocritical behavior and we want to defend it. No, we can't keep defending it. Some of us, we are country people, children. I'm glad Abraham on the line today, he on the show. He knows me. So you can tell me that I'm from Liberia, I'm from Liberia. My people that are country people. Yes. And I will continue to say it. That the first step we need to take We don't like our country. We don't like each other. Go to Ivory Coast. Those people don't speak English. Go to Guinea. And we used to laugh at the Guinean. And when they bring the other politics from there, we say, oh, you tell a Guinean. See how these people have invested in the country because the people love the country. They are preparing the future for the children. See how they are investing in the country. See how they are taking care of the people. I'm not saying everything is rosy, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying primarily the things that need to be taken care of. First thing first that we say in America, the people are taking care of. In Liberia, we so contribute to bad debts for our children. We so contribute to bad cabebo. We so contribute to be giving blind people rest. We so contribute to be giving crippled people this. We contribute to make sure they let on in a hospital. What kind of foolishness is this? PB hospital. Let can be on there. And then y'all want to tell me, say, we love Liberia. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Abraham, quickly.
Yes.
What is your take on what is your take on what's going on in terms of what are the nominations these few days for Nega? Because we are saying that the Unity Party is setting a stage not only to rig the election because elections are not rigged on the election day, but Unity Party now position and say we're in the will not turn power to CDC. What is your take generally on the outcome for the politics in Liberia? Who go to Monk?
You know, Steve, it's unfortunate that Liberia is still at this stage. With regards to your question, I vehemently oppose the nomination of General Weeder as chairman of the Election Commission. This is a United Party zealous. This is a guy that was in the war room of a political party that he was not just a nominal person, Steve, but a guy who served as a commissioner for that election commission before. He was former commissioner, and he stood up on video recording to start to announce election result prior to an announcement for the constituted commission for that. Such a man, he's a compromised party hack that should have no business around our electoral process. See, the unfortunate thing about this situation for Liberian people is that you don't have any by-election up to 2029. You're not going to see any, it's going to be a blank slate that's going to take you to election. You're not going to see, even if there are missteps along the road to question, you're not going to see it because why there's no by-election. Unless during the long time and all of the by-elections that you could see shortcomings and people became critical of it and they started to flag these things. But to allow the likes of Jonathan Weeder, that was nurtured by Jim Flomoyan. You saw him in the video over there. Flomoyan is a hardcore United Party partisans that have nurtured the likes of this guy to be chairman of the election commission. So it's a calculated ploy. I just got unconfirmed information that in fact the immediate step that this guy is going to take is to remove 5 prominent people of the election commission immediately when he assumed office today, going forward. That's 1. 2, Steve, this man was nominated. There are 3 steps that need to take. You get nominated, you go for confirmation hearing, and subsequently you get commissioned and appointed. That's not the case. Barker immediately took the man to go take over. When in fact you have other commissioners at the commissions that have been confirmed acting in that capacity. If you are to appoint somebody, the person needs to be confirmed before taking over. But he said immediately go take over. That in itself is a red flag. So if you ask the question, Steve, that's a bad choice. And I call on all of the political parties in our country to be very, 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 very forceful and make sure this thing is rejected from the very get-go. This is nothing that, oh, you know, the election, it'll be a broad thing, and so on and so forth. By the way, Steve, you have a unity party that lost an election in 2017. 14 out of 15 counties, and yesterday they told you they cheated them. Just think about that. You lost 14 counties, and you had a dash at the back and say, oh, the election was not free and fair. The lack of Joker and other was stating that.
Well, thank you, Ibrahim. You're 100%
here. It's not going to happen, Steve. And lastly, see, let me just close on this. 1997, on the peace process, was the issue about the election commission, wherein G. Henry Andrews got appointed. It was consensus that G. Henry Andrews got appointed as chairman for that election commission that took part in 1997. So for you to have a man to just control all the electoral process, control the Supreme Court, and then you're talking about it's going to be on a civil platter, these people are not people that are willing to turn power over peacefully.
Yep. Mark, what say you? I'm not sure if Mark is there.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, Mark, what say you?
Well, AB is right on everything that he said. I guess the reality, the president have a constitutional authority, but the act that created the elections commission and other laws call for some kind of an independent when it comes to the election commission. This man is like I called him yesterday, I said he's a partisan hack. The man is on video displaying making projection before even elections result are announced for Unity Party, and he was from the war room. How can he be elections commission? He shouldn't even just go before the Senate. That's an automatic withdrawal for a president who is serious for real business, but they won't because they know the country is already split into two. People will always take a political position instead of doing what is right in terms of neutrality or some kind of independence. There is a reason we pick elections commission. In the case, they cannot check either of the boxes, whether it's about accountability, whether it's transparency or independence. No, he's a United Party hack. He's on video. I mean, thank God we live in the information age now. We're in the technological war. You don't need to even justify his position. The man is seen clearly making projection. I'm not saying he's working in occupied. I'm talking about someone who's telling you he wants to project that he know the numbers and he can predict before the numbers even come in. How can he be elections commission? It means the issue of trust is already gone. That's why the president is very serious. He will withdraw that nomination and try to nominate someone else before going to the Senate. And if I want a particular Senate committee, he's not even coming before me for any confirmation. We will not even accept that. I will not be there to interview him or to carry any cross-examination against him because. But
Monk, sorry for interrupting. While you are in flight, I wanted to interject this so you can answer the question. We'll go to AB. The question here is this. The question here is this to you and Abraham on the show today. The question is, you and I know Joseph Boakai don't care because he's done that. He's done it on different occasions, such as he removed people who were in tenure positions and they didn't care about following the laws. My question to you is, what does the opposition do in this case? How does the opposition go about this? What should be done? Because at the end of the day, they are stakeholders. And this will directly impact and disenfranchise the opposition, whether we like it or not. So what say you? If the government...
No, the opposition cannot speak as a unit, as a coherent unit. We saw something from the CMC or press release, and we saw them saying things about this election commission and what the same issue that we raised. They almost just put their own in the rating form because there was nothing new I read in the CMC. So the first time Mayor Bowman said talk about this, man, we highlighted everything concerning this individual when it comes to transparency and being someone to lead the National Elections Commission and to create that credibility and that assurance from the voter that you know what, we got someone who is transparent that is running the office. But you cannot say that for the particular individual. But like I said, the opposition won't speak in one voice. They are always called on issue. They won't raise national attention because I know the moment that guy name came out looking at his history, his past, and matter of the video evidence, they will start making calls to your lawmakers, the Senate committee that will be even carrying on the confirmation to start putting pressure on him, not to even consider him for a hearing. No, that's the first thing they would do. Because for me, I cannot get nothing past Joseph Boakai. So you know he's not going to change on that situation because AB said it right. The one objective here is to guarantee a win or to secure a win. And we know to rig an election, it don't happen on election day. You rig the process, and then the outcome will take care of itself in election. That's how it works. People don't rig election on election day. They rig election before election. You just confirm the rigging on election day. That's why they want their foot soldier in strategic area when it comes to the data room. They talk about people that are there before that know the in and out of the process. That's why they want that guy there. Because if Joseph Boakai wants transparency, accountability, and some kind of a neutrality, he won't even consider that individual to be elections commission. But why you think he picking? Guarantee win, secure win.
Quickly, Abraham, I know you can answer the question, but I want you to look at it from this angle, please, Abraham. Can you look at it from this angle? How coincidental that the widow guy is nominated in less than a week? Senator Darius Dillon made the comments that he made on the radio. Is it confirming all of the suspicions that opposition and other Liberians are having that the United Party wants to rig the election, whether against the CDC or other opposition, so they are positioning themselves. Because keep in mind, they have control of the House of Representatives, the Senate, and even the Supreme Court.
Bishop Branch, yes.
What say you?
Yes, Steve, you are so right. And that's why I highlighted this thing in the first place. That's the three things you enumerated, they are so true. And then lastly, the regional and tribal connections. You have a president that is centralizing politics around his tribal people and his region. You have an army that is controlled by the Kissy. Look, you gotta grab the bull by the horn, you guys. You have a government that is all the major positions in government are all controlled by a sector of the country.
Yeah.
Traveling. And people don't want to question. They say, oh, you know, I don't want to go down the trouble line. But that's the reality you're looking at there. So, Steve, the first thing this man did was to appoint an army chief of staff that is a Kissy man.
Yeah.
He came there, the central bank of the country. He took his nephew and put him there, despite the fact there was a 10-year position being governed by a governor from Grand Jida County. He removed him and said, no, I don't want a crime man here. I got to put my Kissy man here to control the finances of the country.
Right.
He didn't stop there. He took a finance minister from his county. He didn't stop there. He took an LRA that controlled the resources of the country and gave it to his county thing. And then people say, oh, you don't talk about it. Lofa is a big country. You got different 6 tribes there. But mind you, during the previous government, you had 6 counties in a region. And yesterday you said it was all crew government. But today, the thing is it's manifesting itself in so many different ways on the other side here, and they don't want people talking about it. By the way, Steve, you talk about opposition. Lino, this Jonathan Widow is from Lino. Lino is an opposition party, but are you aware that immediately yesterday they endorsed this guy appointment?
Wow.
Yes. Moniba's son endorsed this guy's appointment because why? Jonathan Widow was part of the Lino at the time.
Yep.
Moniba's father was Lino standard bearer.
Standard bearer, yeah.
So we gotta connect all the dots on this thing, Steve. Unfortunately, the opposition, like I stated, Steve, this is nothing to talk about. You issuing press statement. Press statement. How many people in the rural part of the country reading press statements? You got to vocalize this thing. The people need to hear you speaking. There should be a joint press conference at this time for opposition political parties speaking to the Liberian people. Reason why this is detrimental to our democracy that needs to be vehemently rejected. You go issue press statement.
But AB, yet the thing with the press statement, right? Apart from the opposition speaking in one voice, because it's like a trend, right?
Yes.
We live in the social media generation where something could happen today and the whole world can get to know today. People got phone, people got data, they can listen to this thing. Why not do an open live stream?
That's my point, Mo.
That's what I'm
driving home.
People don't
That's
even
my point.
read. And you keep releasing, you keep making press. The whole press release. I really don't know this culture.
I can't factor that, Steve. And then let me just close on this, Steve. The thing about it is that you have an opposition party right now. I mean, I will not be too particular to call names, but to be in the business as an arrowhead of opposition, major opposition party, and you really praises on this incompetent government every time. Oh yeah, you know they're doing the one right. Show me one instant where United Party ever run any positive thing against the previous government in any shape or form. Everything was condemnation from day one to day last.
You know what, AB, just talking from my mom before we go to Melbourne, then we'll probably take 2 to 3 calls. Let me say this. The reason the United Party is in power today, they were an effective opposition. Even within the opposition, they inserted themselves and opposed within the opposition. And this is what last week some of us said. This is what last week some of us said. The disagreement and disenchantment that we have with the CPP, not the CPP, the ANC. 5 minutes you standing with government. What kind of opposition?
What kind of opposition is that?
If you stand with the government, there no need to be opposition.
That's my point.
I don't understand. You can be opposition. They want to say, oh, we're not playing politics with they want. My friend, you playing politics with A.
There's somebody telling you, oh, my own politics is different. This is no modern day politics. Politics is politics, different. Not child play.
So right now, the government going after Yega Koluba, not politics. That what thing? That church Benin they doing? You think the only reason they're going after Yega because they don't want him to talk?
You gotta understand, Unity Party is a vicious party.
Let them keep fooling around. I see them bouncing around talking about, and we can't play politics they want. We stand with Liberia. We stand with the government. What are you standing on? You see your money opposition? I'm calling on the ANC people. I see the chairman there, the other person passing around. They're talking funny thing. Funny thing. No here, no thing. My friend, you opposition. We don't give a damn that Joseph Boaga in power. Joseph Boaga got to secure the border, and you're staying against this, and you're coming together as a party, as an opposition and conglomerate. I won't say. So, Melbourne, before we go to the line quickly, what do you think the rush or the opposition should be? Because we get opposition and we're standing with government.
Thank you, Steve. From all indications, I think, even if you look at SUP, the Student Unification Party from UL, I think they are even more opposition than some of the opposition political parties we have around today. No, let me think, my brother. I think
you're right, Mabel. You're right.
But that's a fact. You guys never ever think. You know, they want to be reliant, or maybe they want to look up to the media. Like what we come here, what we do here is far different from the normal politics. But Steve, my brother, we don't have opposition. I think we have imposition who are also part of the government, but they are pretending because they want jobs. So we have imposition. We have former ruling party, and we have no position. So that's why things are. Even you even mentioned Yeke Koluba today, and Yeke is also regretting right now in his spirit that but I thought yesterday I was having people sitting by me yesterday. How come today I'm not seeing nobody by me? So that means everybody not living by my side. Only the former ruling party now that because CDC is a former ruling party. Unless that maybe if you want to message you, they mean opposition now. Well, then maybe from all indications, it's what we are seeing. But Steve, quickly before I tell you what to you people, SUP is more vibrant than our opposition political party we have here in Liberia because most of them they are also campaigning behind the same for jobs. All of them they want jobs. So now, my brother.
Yeah, unless Monk has something else to say so that we can take some calls. Monk, you got something to say? Or maybe you want other anything so we can take at least 1 or 2 calls. At most, let's take 5 calls, then we can react. Nobody, can we hear from our people, please? My people, you like opposition over there, they're hustling.
Yes. Hello, David King, quickly, please, 1 minute.
Yeah, my brother. You know, what you guys say, I just sit in, nodding my head. Even my own political party, the CDC, I don't see the CDC in a reactionary movement. When we were in power, every step along the way, while George Weah did good, he was always criticized. And this is my greatest disappointment to see our party, not being able to say anything concerning this government, the failed government. The dictatorship government that we honor, because it's all of the law. This is the first of this kind to see a sitting government appointing a partisan as an election commission. I have never seen that for Emmett Hammond Day because I started following the National Election Commission for Emmett Hammond Day. Today we see Fomoyan and that the other guy who will get appointed.
We don't.
Back to serve. We have to come down to serve an election commission. Somebody who was seen, visually seen, giving election result when NEC had not announced result.
All right, thank you. Quickly, my brother. Today's call up. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and good evening, your fellow panelists. This is the common post chairman. I am seriously willing I join from over the Shufo. Neighbor and your panelists. This is what is going on behind the scenes. There are opposition who are supposed to be opposition, but they are receiving collaborators. And their reason is just simple. They are saying Liberia resolve. So what elect we are going to announce so John like to go and do a work because they don't want to do any work so John like can be, they want to claim the proceeds. So therefore they are when they take the wrong step, it's not good and I'm consequences to taking the wrong step. Let us stop attitude completely against taking a look at these people. They put in going to remove people here. The man told him, yes, him, any chief of staff. The man told another Palestine, making or Supreme Court or Chief Justice or Supreme Court. And they are running the show in the country. Have you seen that?
All right, thank you quickly to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening to your panelists. I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for the show. Hello.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Go ahead, we'll listen to you.
Yeah, maybe I have been saying on the show, time within the month, there is no opposition. We all been in the country, we saw how a united party put our feet down high. All of the Jews that came, they stood against it. Some of them were in the favor of Liberia. They still stood against it. They said they can't agree. But now, if anything the ruling party do, nobody will talk the project on a smooth ride. It's that most of the opposition feeling losing hope. That's what I see. If they are feeling losing hope and say, let me just keep our mouth shut and wait for the next election. So before we talk, maybe when they go wait for the next time, they will not say, oh, why in the country you're just sitting going happening and then nobody can talk? Look at Mutiki. How the opposition stood their ground until they remove Mutiki. Today, no opposition can say, find the country, the ruling party just do whatever they want to, and then continue here. You people go back and that second thing will be worse than what we are in. So,
all right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, there is Samuel, if others of you who can call it, I just take maybe 30 seconds each quickly. And okay, let me get to the WhatsApp line. Also been calling back to back. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. What's your name?
Okay, this is Kevin passed away in a call from Mankibi County. I've listened to the conversation this evening on a show, and I want to commend you people for the topic of discussion. But like you guys said, the way in which the opposition is joking with the election comes 2029, and at a critical stage, you are not saying that you're not going to speak to some of those key things that you should be speaking to and rise up against it. Look, all these people are doing, all the Unity Party are doing that I'm observing is they are testing the water to see where they stand 2029. Because if they work now, they will be able to succeed 2029. Are you getting it?
Yes, we'll listen to you quickly. 30 seconds.
Yeah. So what they're doing, they are testing the Liberian people, more especially the opposition base. They are testing them. Anything that work on them now, trust me, they know that they got one big opposition in the country who every time we tell the Liberian people his supporters who got one of the biggest base in the entire country, we tell the people for the sake of peace, let it go. The more people at your party headquarters, since he has no record of killing one partisan one day of the Unity Party, never into their governance system. Okay, Unity Party have a deadly record of how they see sedition. So definitely as the biggest opposition, if they cannot rise up and stand up, and all the other political party next to their opposition put their voices together with John there. Trust me, the Unity Party is testing if it works now.
All right, thank you. We take maybe one more call, then we'll move on for the day. All right, David Samuel, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yes, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. Maybe many things for the family. Once again, this is Arabic. I don't know the project of the legal market is like after let me tell you. You see this government is little guys that can do totally. Maybe what kind of people who come to power, they continue to focus on opposition political parties. What making them think that they will win election only to the now when they are not performing the full focusing of political parties?
And what happened to the opposition too? How come they have the opposition so quiet?
Opposition political parties, they show that opposition political party spirit very strong for them because they are not performing the full focus on the opposition political parties. So back there, I said that they will show to people in the various countries that yes, this is what we take on. So for me, I'm not even thinking about people because the march will be very wild. When the march is very close, when
All right. Thank you so much. To the last caller, quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor. Good evening.
Yes, my brother. Go ahead.
Lorenzo Baba Yema Manana, pray for our how we receive it.
Yes, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead quickly.
Thank you, neighbor. Neighbor, there's no opposition in this matter. In this corner now, I feel like concerned. The only opposition that I know
Solar soup.
that keeping the government in this matter is the Musa from Musa.
CMC.
CMC, you got it right. Because for
CMC still new now. What people are saying though. Why never go ahead? They've been doing better.
From the day the CDC came to power, they had a level recently. George will have a level speak when he said you're thinking, the Unity Party hold out. They started tormenting the people until the stage here. They never keep the field of fire until they lose power today. So for me, it's just a clear indication that CDC cannot go over this country no more. Either the Unity Party. So it is not time for all the other party. They will try other water. Big people, they can't do nothing for all.
But the people that you want to try, the people they are all loving behind the same for job. So how will you try them when somebody is not even coming up?
So we just need to let our mind and get changing.
All right, thank you. I don't know how you change somebody. If the person that want to change their way, the person not even with it. You know, almost like in fact, you telling somebody to go for the person, no, me I won't fail. Then how will you even feel encouraged to even get them food to eat if they don't want to work, they don't want to fight? But anyway, Steve, Mark, and that brother AB will back after listening to our people.
Yes. Let's hear from Abraham quickly for a quick parting comment because we got limited time, and then Mark.
I know. Let me say thanks to the callers, man. I'm grateful that Liberians are in tune to the prevailing situation in the country, and we got to keep speaking on it. These things that need to be highlighted. Again, let me use this opportunity, man. The opposition, we're sick and tired of the Facebook press releases. There are major issues that's unfolding in our country. You got to take to the airwaves. My water and my Goma in the interior there, they're not reading any press conference for anybody. At least they can buy that $5 battery and put it in that radio and listen to something. Speak to them. They want to hear from you. It's important. This country is at a crossroad. And what is so frustrating, the brazen behavior of this particular government, the brazen, meaning the entitlement mentality, Steve. These people feel that they are entitled. We can do it and nobody else should do it. So that's the mentality they are governing this country. So what is the landmark thing that this government has done in 3 years to point to that this is what we have done that will warrant or be re-elected in this place? Nothing you can point to. It's all chaos, it's all corruption, it's all brazen abuse of the rights of people. You're demolishing people, making them homeless. At the end of the day, they say, I'll come back to you, you elect me. But because they feel entitled that we can do it and nobody will question it. And the opposition need to stand to it collectively. They need to speak to it. Otherwise, just kiss the election goodbye. Because Jonathan Wilson is a partisan hack of the Unity Party. I'm not mixing my words on it. This is the guy that should have no business at the right election commission. Steve, this is a position that you must be confirmed before you take power. But Baka told the man to go take over today. And immediately he will start to effectuate changes there, changes that will occur even whether the Senate is rejecting or not, but he will start to effectuate them today. I can tell you something, it's troubling, guys. And this is a tribal government, whether somebody like it or not. This is a loafer government here. Something needs to be done about it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Mo, what's your final comment?
Well, Unity Party know exactly what they are doing. You know, in life, when you allow people to do certain things and they can get away, they will keep doing that. That's just part of human nature. Anything you let them to get away with, they will keep doubling down on what you allow. And Unity Party is playing a smart game. Look, to take Unity Party from power, that stuff that happened with CDC, I don't think it will happen with Unity Party, where election is extremely tight, less than 18,000 votes to determine your presidential election. If you want to beat Unity Party, you will have to beat them resoundingly before they can even take them power. It will not happen what CDC did with what I'm seeing here. So Unity Party is doing something what we call, they call it a vulnerability assessment in IT, wherein you test the network to look for the weak point. Because when you want to penetrate the network, you got to use the weakest link and flood the system in order to compromise the system. So what Unity Party is doing, they're testing the water and see how people will respond. And if you cannot respond, they will keep doubling down on it until we get to election day. Like we said, elections are not rigged on election day. You only confirm the rigging on election day, but it's a process that starts way before election, and they are putting their ducks in row. They got a Supreme Court. You can case that goodbye. Where a constitution says, in case of any eventuality, the Supreme Court won, the election commission come out with the result, the Supreme Court take us out, that's the end. Nowhere beyond the Supreme Court you can go after election. If they already secured the Supreme Court, they got another partisan hack in the in the elections commission war room, because he was playing the role of a war room or player before being elected. Can you imagine a war room analyst playing the role of an election commission, and he been in the system? That's why United Party were able to challenge CDC government, say the thing that happened in round 1, it cannot happen in round 2, because they had insider. Now they are not the one looking, they are not the one outside looking in, they are the one controlling the entire system. So you think you will beat the people that control the system when they could even determine the outcome while they were outside? Why you think it's partisan hack? Because they are testing the water, and if nothing is done, trust me, they will secure it for a very, very long time. Because I know United Party is not CDC. The thing that can slide on CDC, what? United Party will not allow that to happen. You can guarantee that 1,000%. And that's my party comment for today.
Thank you. Well, let me add up to both of you. Thank you so much. To the callers, thanks for calling. Let me say this. The opposition, if they want to be taken seriously, they got to take some serious stands. They got to openly come out and oppose this government. Let me tell you something. Playing safe and cool with Unity Party will not guarantee you winning. That's not true. Especially to the ANC people. Playing safe and cool with Unity Party. These are sophisticated criminals. They are sophisticated criminals. They will massage you. Just the day, imagine Joseph Baga roll with Kumis. Only allow me to tell us say he know him. They will do anything to stay in power. Let me say this. If you have never been radical in your life, you must get radical to remove Unity Party. You must oppose Unity Party openly. If it calls for you to bring North, you'll bring North behind Unity Party. Don't be afraid. This is the only way Unity Party will check themselves. Anything outside of that is a free ride for Unity Party. Can't say goodbye. And let me tell you, unless something drastic happens, that's the only way. But let the opposition keep playing safe, playing cool, and be intellectual with Unity Party. You'll be intellectual. Yeah, you'll continue to be intellectual with Unity Party. Unity Party does not understand intellectualism. These guys are sophisticated criminals. They will not move their hand from power. These guys will not take risk. If you have to get radical for you and Unity Party to get in the mud, you'll get in the mud now. Don't wait for 2027. Don't wait for 2028. Start now. I'm saying that. Start it now. Any attempt to forget what you said.
Well, thank you, Steve. And let me say thank you to Mark. Another.
Let me make my announcement now. Let me make my announcement. And I can tell you where you can start to the unit to the opposition. You start now by rallying. You leave all our calling lawmaker team. Most of the lawmakers they went to the tomorrow we'll talk about the lawmakers. They went to their money to get out. You start calling lawmakers. Lawmakers are not serious group of people. You start calling them. You organize protest upon protest. And don't have from don't go send money and not be part of the protest. You'll be part of the protest and you're leading. Let John Weir council, let Cummins council, let what the many council, and you're telling say you're not accepting widow. It is what it is. Let me say again.
Simple as that. Simple.
Opposition must get on the feet. Don't joke with Unity Party.
There's no time for press release. Press release.
You want Unity Party to change course. You'll get serious. You'll get on your feet.
Well, AP, I guess something serious to say before Mabon close. Let me get the way in 30 seconds. Let me tell you guys. If Unity Party succeed in getting rid of Yeke, it will be a setback for the entire opposition in the history of Liberia. Because
of course,
you trust in any advocate.
But that is
Yeke has proven to be beyond politics. So if you can allow politics to take out Yeke, the only main the Liberian people look forward to be transparent, open, and consistent. Then who do you think will come and stand even convenient to go against any sitting government? That will be the end. So said that.
But Mom, just to add up to what you're stating, the very government in her own press statement claimed that Liberia is claiming a piece of land. What is treason more than that? you are apprehensive about you having the right to the land. When Yeke say, they say you hold for treason.
Now, I say they need to start. Let me tell you something. They need to start with the Yeke case. Yeah, they need to start with the Yeke case to start.
But let me tell you this. Steve, let me just close on this. I want to admonish every Liberian. If you sit there, I'm not advocate for Yeke, but if you sit there and Yeke is removed under this particular situation, any lawmaker that will sign onto the removal of Yeke, their constituency should be ready to primary them and vote the other office. I don't care who it is. Their political parties will primary them and remove it.
Let me say again, maybe on the record, start the yo-yo now. Start North Behind United Party now. If it calls out to organize 10,000 protests, organize it.
Yes.
Don't joke with these people. These guys, don't joke with them.
They are vicious. These people are a bunch of vicious people.
Yeah. The way they made it calculate the system, the way they're ready to mess with you. You heard what Delon told you today? You think this is a joke? You think
those are a bunch of losers. They got nothing to point to, so that's why they start intimidating the process right now.
Yeah, you ready? Yeah. Y'all be Jackie. Y'all got chair, eat. Y'all kind of power. Y'all be there. Y'all be playing cool. Melbourne is nothing
to show right now.
Yeah.
Sorry for taking the time, Chief.
Melbourne, you get a closing comment. I mean, you the radio man. I mean, you get one something.
Yeah, no problem. You guys said everything, and especially Steve just said everything. This is the right time, because if you say you want to talk. If you say you want to stand up for the people, you got to stand up. If you don't do, then what you will do? So at the end of the day, everybody got to stand up, and not just press releases. Every time you read long sheet from your Maryland County, our people are all fed up with all these kind of things back to back. But I think we'll see on tomorrow by the grace of God. Yeah. Good night from my end here in Liberia.
So guys, your thank, man. Your thank for the time, people. Steve and Mong, your thanks for the time, okay? Yeah. It was interesting. Thanks.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and the effort of rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents of them. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Play body so make you I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, and I yo. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't clear ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't clear ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who waiting to serve. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving the real and the premise from best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lusa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Backwalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.